I used to laugh at people who believed in haunted objects, dolls, mirrors, paintings, things like that. I thought it was all just internet hype, creepypasta nonsense, made up stories to scare kids or sell junk at higher prices. But then I bought the doll, and now I know better. It all started late one night while I was browsing eBay. I wasn't looking for anything in particular, just killing time. That's when I came across a listing titled, "Antique Porcelain Doll, Haunted, Not for the Faint of Heart." It had 3 blurry photos. The doll was old, dressed in Victorian-style clothes. Her skin was cracked porcelain, one glass eye slightly off-center, but something about the eyes caught me. They looked wet, not glossy, not fake shine, wet, like something was alive inside them. The description read, "She doesn't like being away from home. Do not place her near mirrors. Do not leave her alone for long." I chuckled, of course. Probably some goth teen selling a Halloween prop. Still, it was cheap, $35. I bought it as a joke. I thought I'd put it on a shelf, maybe scare a friend or two. 2 days later, the package arrived. The box was beat up, sealed with layers of old yellowing tape. When I opened it, I was hit by a strong smell of mildew and something else. It reminded me of old basement air, like dust mixed with rot. Inside, wrapped in a stained sheet, was the doll. She was heavier than I expected, cold too. I set her on a shelf in my office and forgot about her for most of the day. That night, though, that's when things started. At 3:12 a.m., I woke up suddenly. I didn't know why. No sound, no nightmare. Just the feeling that something had jolted me out of sleep. I got up to get a glass of water. As I walked past my office, I noticed the door was open. I always close it at night. I turned on the light. The doll wasn't on the shelf anymore. She was on my desk, sitting upright, facing the door. My first thought was maybe my cat had knocked her down, but my cat never goes near that room. He's scared of it for some reason, always has been, and the doll wasn't just on the floor or tilted over. She was propped up, deliberately. I put her back and went to bed, trying not to overthink it. Told myself I must have moved her earlier and forgotten, but the next night, the same thing happened. And the night after that, I woke up with her in the hallway, right outside my bedroom door. I started locking the office door. That didn't help. One night I left her in a box in the closet. The next morning the box was open. She was back on the shelf. Then came the dreams. Every night I saw the same forest. Always gray, fog thick between twisted trees. And always, the doll sitting beneath a dead oak tree, whispering. I couldn't hear the words, but I felt them. Cold, sharp, angry. After a week, I finally remembered the eBay listing's warning. Don't place her near mirrors. I hadn't, but there was a mirror across from the shelf where I'd placed her. I figured it was nonsense, but I moved the mirror anyway. That night, I heard tapping, not like knocking, tapping like fingernails on glass. I followed the sound to the mirror, and I swear to you, I saw a tiny handprint on the inside of the glass. A child's hand. I moved the mirror to the garage and covered it with a blanket. I didn't sleep at all that night. I tried to contact the seller. No response. Their profile was suddenly gone, vanished from eBay entirely. So I did some digging. I reverse searched the photos from the listing and found a post on a paranormal forum from 2009. Someone else had bought the same doll. Their post ended abruptly, with the last message reading, "She keeps whispering that she wants to go home, but she won't tell me where that is." Eventually, I found it. A comment buried deep in the thread mentioned a family named Hargrave. The Hargrave estate, Pennsylvania, abandoned since the 70s. I drove there. The house was a rotting carcass in the middle of nowhere, shingles falling off the roof, vines choking the windows, but the front door opened with barely a creak. Inside, the air was still, like even the dust hadn't moved in decades. I walked upstairs and found a child's bedroom. The wallpaper was peeling, the crib still intact, and on one shelf were porcelain dolls, lined up neatly, every one of them intact, except for the empty space in the center. I didn't hesitate. I placed the doll there. The moment I did, I swear I heard a sigh, not from me, from the house itself. The tension in the air snapped, the cold vanished, and behind me a little girl's voice said, "Thank you." I left without looking back. Back home, things were quiet, peaceful even. My cat came back into the office. I was finally able to sleep. A few weeks passed. Life felt normal again, until I got a package in the mail. No return address, just a small box. Inside was another doll. Not the same one, but just as old, just as cold. Different dress, same eyes, same note. "She missed you." I burned the box. I burned the doll. I threw the ashes in the river, and still, last night, I walked into my bedroom and found her, sitting on my pillow, smiling.